my name is Nathalie Méance. I live in Alsace, in Hagenthal-le-Bas, in the village in which I grew up, and that is very close to the Swiss and German borders. 15 years ago, I created there my embroidery and quilt shop called La Fée Pirouette, and since 2007, I create Block of the Month, and I'm very happy that Colmar, which is this year's Block of the Month, is featured in your Quiltmania as a mystery quilt. There are several shops selling kits to do this quilt. There are 5 in France, 1 in Belgium, 3 in the Netherlands, 1 in the UK, and 1 in Spain, in the United States, and even in Australia. You'll find the full list in Quiltmania. In the kits, there are the fabrics I have used for the top and the applique. The embroidery thread, DMC's Moulinet and Perle 5, stiff cheesecloth, fusible web, and embroidery needles. Of course, you can do this quilt with your own stash. Just be aware that, I recommend to use the fusible web called Vlisofix. There are different brands where the layer of glue is very thick, and then you will have a very hard time doing the applique afterwards and embroidering it. I also use a stiff cheesecloth at the back of the block because it gives us a very good support when we embroider. Because after the trapunto is done, we cannot use the embroidery hoop any longer, so the stiffness of the cheesecloth is very useful. There are also needles in your kits, so there are assorted sizes 3 to 9, and the needle number 3 is the biggest one. There's only one in the package, and it's very suitable for Perle 5. When you use the moulinet, if you thread one strand of moulinet, use the size number 9, it's the smallest one, and if you use 2 strands, use the size number 7. You'll also need spray-on glue. Always spray the glue onto the cheesecloth and never on the fabric. Then I cut from thin household gloves finger stoles that I use on my left thumb because I'm left-handed. If you're right-handed, you put it on your right thumb. I like those finger stoles because they give you a very good grab on the needle and good strength. And you'll also need the clover stuffing tool to do the trapunto. Then you will need tracing paper to transfer the design. That's how I do it. This is the flower bud I want to transfer onto the orange fabric. I use a soft lead pencil to draw the bud. Then I turn the tracing paper and put it on the back side, onto the fusible web on the back side of your fabric. Then with a ball-pointed tool, I follow the drawing, all the lines of the drawing. You see, the bud is now onto the fusible web. You can easily use the tracing paper 2 to 3 times. Another point is there will be fabrics we will use more than others, so please iron the fusible web as you go. For example, cut pieces size 5 by 10 inches, glue them onto the back of the fabric, and repeat when you need more. This way you'll have enough fusible web and no waste. And when you transfer the drawings, don't leave unnecessary space between the drawings. And now, let's start.